What's up, y'all? This is Prime Sports Media. Glad to be here. Vertical style. Let's get into it. Fantastic game just this past week. CU against Arizona. They did their thing. They went out there. They played strong. They played fast. They beat Arizona 34-7, paying them back for losing to them just a year ago. Coach Prime and this team is primed to make some big noise in the Big 12. People have been doubting this team, doubting Coach Prime. But what we're seeing now is that this team can compete. They've got some great players in the skill position, not only guys playing now, when you look at people like Travis Hunter, but they've got some young men for the future. And let's all give our prayers and say, Travis Hunter, recover, come back strong. Of course, we know he had to leave the game against Arizona because he aggravated, according to reports, that it was an re-aggravation of his shoulder. Let's hope he comes back strong with rest for the next upcoming game against Cincinnati. But our future is strong, everybody. Believe in the process. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the critics out there, because our future is strong. I want to introduce or talk about this young man right here. This young man right here, Drelon Miller. I think from what I can see, they want to use him in the way that they use Deebo with the 49ers, because this young man is big, he's strong, he can line up in the backfield like he's a running back, he can play receiver, you can put him in the slot, whatever it takes. This young man has the skill set that I think is going to be dominant, because this is only his freshman year, and he's going to get better, everybody. And another scary part about it is there's two sides to the Miller brother. I call them the Miller brothers. You've got Omarion Miller. Let's give him a clap. You have Omarion Miller, who unfortunately is out for the season with great rehabilitation, him getting himself back into gameplay mentally, physically, and spiritually, because it's very difficult to have an injury like that. But I think when he comes back, and hopefully Coach Prime will consider giving this young man, the program, give this young man a red shirt status, Coach Prime, because I think it's the best thing that you can do for this young man, considering that he went out there and put it on the line. Now, if you give him a red shirt year, he comes back as a red shirt sophomore, along with Drelon Miller, which will make up, I believe, you'll hear people talking about the Miller brothers. How are you going to stop the Miller brothers? How are you going to be able to stop them from being dominant? I think the combination of these two young receivers, up-and-coming young receivers, will be in good hands even when Travis Hunter is on his way to the NFL. I want you to hear this young man right now, Drelon Miller, after the Arizona game, really celebrating it up with Will Sheppard, I'm going to put him up here right now. Him and Will Sheppard were celebrating the win over Arizona. They looked great out there. It was a hell of a game that they played. And I want you to hear what this young man had to say. Here it is. Here is Drelon Miller. Check it out.
18 win, baby. Look at that. Bro, Nation, let's go, baby. First touchdown of the season. We ain't got to do it nowhere else, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. And this is what he means by that. Let's take a look at what Drelon Miller did in the early stages of the game. This was in the first quarter, with 6 minutes and 21 seconds in the game. It was a 3rd and goal. They were at obviously the goal line of Arizona. And check him out right here, Drelon Miller. This is why he was celebrating. Check it out.
3rd and goal. It's a pitch and a touchdown. Drelon Miller, the freshman from Texas.
A freshman from Texas. He's only going to get better. They're using him like Deebo Samuels. I think Coach Prime, the coaching staff, they know what they're doing. They're using and utilizing him, getting him confidence, getting him acclimated. But think about how much better he's going to be next year in combination with Omarion Miller, once he can get back from his injury, once he can get healthy emotionally and physically, how both these Miller, I call them the Miller brothers, how I think they're going to be dominant. They're going to turn heads, and people are going to be like, how do we stop this two-headed monster that CU has? Obviously, CU's got to get another great quarterback out of the recruitment class. I think Coach Prime in this program can do it because Shallow, as we know, came into the game this in Arizona. I want to talk about Shallow real quick here. Let's give him kudos for coming back and playing strong after not having such a great game the week before. So we got to give him some kudos here. He went out there, did his thing. His brother, who will be leaving for the NFL, we got to replace Shedeur. And you know you can't just replace the great quarterbacks, but we got to replace him with someone who can come in and keep this whole process going. What do you think about this, everybody? What do you think about where I'm coming from with this? I really appreciate all of you out there. Do me the biggest favor. You see what it says right there. Subscribe to this channel. This is Prime Sports Media. I am your host, Information Man. Check out the channel. Check out what I'm doing on this channel. We're going to keep the process of good content coming your way. They're playing Cincinnati this upcoming week. I want to give some other respect here. Now, LaJohntay Wester has been a breath of fresh air for this football team. Okay? He had a great game. I think the young man got, 180 yards receiving. He came in and played really well against Arizona, made his presence felt. But I think he's been a breath of fresh air for our receiving core, being what it has become. And that is, I think, a receiving core that I believe is the best receiving core in the Big 12 right now, and is one of the best, if not the best, in the nation. And with this receiving core doing its thing, we can always be in every game, everybody. So you definitely have to give a lot of respect to Coach Prime, the coaching staff, and what they've been able to do with the young talent that they have on this team. But once again, this young man, don't sleep on him. Drelon Miller, to me, is the man. Omarion Miller, we know he can be the man, that he is the man. We want him to get healthy, put him in your prayers, and what have you. Coach Prime, keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to the haters. Don't believe the haters, because we are on the right track, y'all. With that said, everybody, I appreciate you coming over and listening. Peace and respect to all. Take care. This is Prime Sports Media.
Win, baby. Look at that. Let's go, baby. First touchdown of the season. We ain't got to do it nowhere else, baby. Let's go.